2023. This is the last video for Pasión, and it's been a really dope year for me personally, and let me share why. Let's go. Hola, ¿qué tal, mi gente? This is Noan El Boricua, and this podcast is all about immersing ourselves dentro de la cultura and also always growing in our faith and, of course, making those conexiones. I'm super excited because of the fact that as a host here, it's been a really dope year of 2023. And I think one of the biggest things that I wanted to kind of share with you all is that I had a chance to go shopping with my son, my youngest son. And he actually did a little reverse on me. Usually, I'm the one that likes to ask questions, like what's something that you would want to reflect on in this past year? What are you looking forward? And actually, my son kind of beat me to the punch. And he asked me, hey, Dad, looking back at 2023, what are some things that you think of? So I wanted to kind of share with him. And I'm going to give him in the three pillars that this podcast is based on. So when we think about cultura or culture, I'm excited because this year, there was a lot of optimism where I saw some really great things. I mean, to think about just the culture of like content creating is still a journey. I'm still learning. We finally hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, consider it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit a like and share it. And I think within the cultura, I had an opportunity to be able to listen and learn from other stories and other people that I just never thought I would be able to learn something from, because it's something very unique when we listen to the right storytellers and really understand where they come from and how God has used them and what are some of the things we can learn from some of these people. So from a cultura perspective, muchas gracias to all of my guests that I've had. Muchas gracias really to everyone that, I've had a chance to meet with either in person or over via Zoom. A lot of times utilizing LinkedIn, I get a chance to connect. And if I didn't connect with you, I'm going to try to connect in this new year coming. But that was something from, for me, when I think about culture, cultura, I was very glad that there was a lot of optimism in humanity and in the things that people are gifted in that I had a chance to be able to have conversations with. Now, when I think about faith and I think about my walk with God and I think about faith in the talents that I've been given and how to execute them at a high level, because a lot of times if you know and you listen and watch to this podcast, you know that I speak on from a faith base of like God and my journey, but I also talk about just having faith in what I can do, faith in the skill sets that are given, or faith in the work that someone gives you. How do you execute it? And I think for me, that was something of just sharpening. I think that my journey with God is a continual journey. And I know some of you guys are like, yo, bro, you've been forever like walking on that journey. That's the beauty of it. Like we maintain ourselves to be students of the game. And I'm grateful because I had many people in my life that I had a chance to grow in my faith. I had many people in my professional life help me grow in my skill sets and give me the self-belief and the faith in myself to be able to execute. And again, I know that God is in control of everything, but I think God is very strategic, hear me out, in putting the right people in your life. Let it be a leader, let it be a peer, let it be someone within the community, let it be a close friend or relative. Like you are challenged to have faith in things that are not seen in order to be able to execute. And I think for me, in this year, that was something I needed to sharpen. And I'm always continually looking to sharpen that. So I'm grateful for that. Lastly, it's conexiones, those connections, networking. So personally, this is something that I think we thrived in. This year, my family, my wife's brother and his family, they came down and we connected con familia. We celebrated 80th birthday of my mother-in-law, Esther. We had a chance to live life with them. We had the chance throughout the year to have our oldest son, Junior, to come down and live life with us. We had a chance to, my wife and I, to become padrinos to Miguelito for Priscilla and Miguel. Like, I've never been a godparent, and to be able to do that now, that was those conexiones that really has allowed me to be there, to be connected with many of my good friends that have gotten new jobs or promotions. Those conexiones are vital because they are kind of like that burst of, the nitrous of a car. That I know that's probably a really not good example, but you know what I mean, right? Because then you're going to say, Noan, you're going to go with family. And I think it's something that's really dope because conexiones are vital to each and every one of us. And I think for me, that was grateful, like to be able to go on dates with my wife, making that conexion, having laughters. That's what it's about, like I think it's super unique when we really think about 2023, that I had a chance to be able to do some really dope stuff. Also making conexiones with the students at my local church. I love these students. They're amazing students that I get a chance with many other adults to invest in their lives and see them do some great things, to be able to take them to go camping, or maybe go to City Walk for the first time, or go to downtown Disney for the first time. Like just things like that. Like, someone did it for me. Why can't I do it for someone else? Conexiones is so key. I don't know why I put a little accent on that. Now, what's in store for 2024? I'm not going to lie. I really felt that I wanted to just finish out this podcast because I felt that it wasn't doing the work that I needed to do. But next year, we're going to change it up. Next year, we're going to look at how do we ensure that we get the right, audience. How do we really make sure we're giving you what you guys want? And I'm going to be making a pivot, and I hope you guys can be okay with that. And I'm excited because I really shot my shot for 2024, and we're going for some big names that I really believe in. These people, their testimonies, just the resume of what they're doing inspires me that we're going to be having some of these conversations. And a lot of this focus is going to be for our Latin community. Like, I believe in you guys. Y muchos de ustedes han creído en mí. Like, you believed in me. And there's some great stories out there that we've yet to share. But there's also some passionate things outside of the Latin community that I want to share with y'all. So I'm going to do storytelling next year through the lens of podcasting. I'm going to try something different, more. All right, so we have some noise in the background, so I needed to pause. But I'm going to do more research. Now, I'm not saying that I've never done research. Clearly, to be able to have the guests that I have on this podcast, you got to do your research. You got to see how they are aligned when it comes to different things. So I'm next year going to do my research through the power of storytelling. And I hope, I really hope you guys can be patient with me. Next year is my Air Force One all blacked out year. Shout out to Jacob on that mindset. I'm really trying to do something that many of you said that I'm really good at, and that's storytelling. That's being a motivational speaker. That's being someone that's super authentic and genuinely true to themselves and to the people and to their community. And that's something that many of you shared with me in those personal conversations. So 2024 is going to be a year of storytelling, of motivating, sharing some very unique passions that I hope you can take some of the lessons that we can learn from them. And that's what it is. So I want to say thank you so much. Look, we just dropped a podcast with Marianne Pina. Like that alone in itself is something that I'm telling you what I'm going after. But we're going to refine this process. So season 7 podcast is going to have a different feel to it. I want to say thank you to some of these people out there, some designers, some entrepreneurs that are really pushing me to try something different. Thank you so much. I know that lastly, on a side note, my career as of right now has been great. And yes, there's always rumblings of what's my next phase or what's the next thing I'm trying to do from a professional lens. To be honest, I go back to my faith. I leave it in God's hands. And at the end of the day, I'm just doing the work, as Kobe Bryant said, and I'm going to paraphrase the quote, do all the hard work in the darkness so that when you do the work in the light, you're going to shine that much brighter. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my hope for you in 2024. Do the work in behind the scenes. Do the work when no one else knows. Don't post everything that you're doing. But when the moment comes and when God tells you, present it, live it out, show up and show out of what you have to offer in 2024. And not just monthly or quarterly or maybe twice a year. Every day we get a chance to immerse ourselves dentro de la cultura, to be able to grow in our faith, to always make those conexiones. Thank you so much for an amazing 2023. Unbelievable year. A lot of learnings, a lot of heartache. We've lost some amazing people in my personal life that I've shared, but I hope that you get a chance to always remember that God is behind the greater purpose of all that we're doing. And all I'm trying to do is be faithful to that. So at the end of the day, remember, make those conexiones. Check us out, fuelpasionpodcast.com. And hopefully you can partner with us on Patreon to be able to support some of these projects that I'm doing, which actually, if you're a content creator or if you're someone that's really good with B-roll and with camera, hit me up. I'll put my email here. You can also hit me up on Instagram, and I might need your help. And it may be a small fee that I could be able to offer you. This is why I asked for Patreon, partners, because I want to be able to hopefully bless other people for the work that they can do to invest in Fuel Pasión. That way, we can bring you the best. So I'm still learning the camera, I'm still learning the audio, and I'm still learning editing and just coloring. And I'm okay with that. That's the beauty of it, right? It's all that hard work to invest. But I also know that God has given others to have an amazing talent. And I want to be able to invest in that talent to be able to bring the best here for you all. So, como siempre, man, Dios les bendiga. Y, hold up. Como dice mi abuelita, que Dios te bendiga.